Hello, welcome to the grade sheet video. My name is Dr. Lydia Jiroki, and I want to walk you through the steps of using the pre-programmed Excel sheet to compute your grade in this course. There are 4 objectives in this video. 1. Review the components of your grade. 2. Look at each component in the Excel sheet. 3. Plug in end of the semester grades. And 4. Plug in mid-semester grades. There are 4 components to your grade in this course: attendance, discussions, quizzes, and project. We will have approximately 16 attendance check-ins. We will have 10 to 16 discussions. We will have 12 to 16 quizzes. The final project will be graded once, even though you have checkpoints throughout the semester. Please remember, not turning in your work or turning in incomplete work can hurt your final grade. This is our first look at the Excel sheet. Don't worry about being able to read it. I just want you to see that it is set up with boxes and instructions throughout. If you've never worked with Excel before, you need to read the instructions thoroughly. Feel free to pause the video while you do this. Please remember that there are columns, which are the up and down, labeled with letters, and rows, left to right, are labeled with numbers. Each individual cell is identified by a letter, then a number. Examples of this include A1, C3, K19, and so on. Box 1 is programmed to compute your grade for this course at the end of the semester. You can easily make modifications to compute your current grade, but we'll talk about that later in this video. Column C identifies the grade component you are working on. Column D, the value column, is the total value over the course of the semester. For example, if you multiply 5 times 16, you will get 80. That is where the attendance value comes from. Column E is where you enter your actual grades. Column F is programmed to compute your grade with whatever extra credit you've entered into box 3. Column F through K are programmed to compute your grade. You do not need to do anything to them. Once you've entered your grades, you will see your raw grade in cell J8. In cell K8, you will see your final grade with extra credit. Do not assume that I will round your grade at the end of the semester. I offer extensive extra credit to help you cross grade breaks. Box 2 shows you how the values from column D are computed. You should remember that discussions and quizzes are set to the minimum for our semester. If you want to see what your grade would look like with a maximum number of assignments, adjust the values in column P. Box 3 is for extra credit. You enter your extra credit into the appropriate row of column D. Column E will show your total. Column F shows you how much is applied to each of your 4 graded components. You do not need to enter the extra credit from this box into any other box. Box 1 is already programmed to compute this information for you. Box 4 shows you the cumulative values for each week, assuming there is an assignment every week. You can use this table to help you compute your grades mid-semester. You do not need to edit or enter any information into this table. Box 5 helps you track your performance on the quizzes. You enter your grades into column D. Column E shows you your running average based on completed quizzes. Column F shows you how many points are available based on the number of weeks we've completed. Column G shows you how many points you've earned so far. Box 6 has no use for this class because we're online. If we were face-to-face, you would need this box. Just skip over this box as it does not affect your grade. Box 7 is to help you track your discussion grades. The columns are moved over to fit on the page better, so please pay attention to the labels in this file versus the file you're working in. This image says to enter your grades into column C. When you look at your actual file, it will still say column D. As with box 5, column E shows your average grade, column F shows the points available, and column G shows how many total points you've earned so far. For your end of semester grade, you only need to work with boxes 1 and 3. To make the adjustment for removing your lowest grade, subtract your lowest grade from your total discussion grade and your lowest grade from your total quiz grade. Then reduce the value by 10 points for the discussion and by 100 points for the quiz. Enter your course grades and extra credit grades into the Excel file, and then Excel will do the rest for you. And again, do not assume or ask me to round your grade at the end of the semester. The mid-semester computation requires you to adjust the value for attendance, discussion, and quizzes to whatever the current value is. If, for example, we're in week 2, you can either look at box 4 that has the values written out, or use box 2 to compute them for you. Once you've adjusted the value column, enter your current grades into the grade column, which is green. You can enter your extra credit as well. For the project, you can select a number as a ballpark for what you're trying to earn. You can also use my feedback as a guide. Either way is up to you. When I work with students, I set it to 80 and work from there. Some final comments. Again, do not ask me to round your grade. If no one has ever told you this, instructors hate getting these emails at the end of the semester, especially when you had chances to earn the points you needed. Do not ask me to compute your grade for you. You need to take the initiative and compute it yourself using this file. If you want me to review your file after you're done, I'm more than happy to do that. If after watching this video you're still having a little trouble using this Excel sheet, you need to talk with a friend or go to the tutoring center. They will be able to sit down with you and help you complete this file. If they cannot do that, I will ask for documentation that you tried to go to the tutoring center. Then I'll be happy to help you. I want you to get in the habit of using all the resources you have at your disposal. If you have any other questions, please feel free to email me.